How did you take all that and boil it down? And I'm sure that your audience maybe are aspiring speakers or small business owners who want to get to that information. And so for that reason, I think it will fit here. But how did you go, everyone just thinks these companies have so much money. They just throw enough money at things and they'll find out which sticks, but they lose probably millions of dollars finding out how they can make tens of millions.
I guess that could be. So how do you boil it all down? What was interesting when I launched my speaking career was I have all this knowledge about how we influence people to buy things. And that's what big companies do.
Yeah.
They're good at influencing you to buy things. And there's techniques that we use in influencing you to buy that you don't even know we're doing. And we're doing it. You watch a commercial and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to buy that thing.
Psychology, NLP, people,
no, it's not
words.
NLP stuff. But it's in my book. Like, look, look. No, but it's a very basic framework. And most of us in business are good at making promises. Hey, you know what? Buy from us. It's going to be better. It's going to be higher quality. We're going to have better customer service. You should buy from us. And we give them these promises.
Yeah.
But we don't finish the sentence of influence. Oh, it's going to be better because everyone ends up saying the same thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, hire me as a speaker and your audience is going to love it. They're going to get so much value. And everyone goes, well, yeah, everyone says that.
Yes.
So, okay, now if everyone says the same thing, which one do I choose? I'm back where I started, right? If everyone in your industry, I say it like this. A few years ago, I'm making ribs. I run down to the grocery. I realize I'm out of barbecue sauce. So I run to the grocery store to get barbecue sauce. You walk into the grocery store and there's 42 kinds of barbecue sauce. Okay, great. Which one are you going to choose, right? To your customers, especially the ones who don't know you, you look like barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And if your label on your sauce is the same as all the other barbecue sauce, you haven't helped me choose you.
Yeah.
You've just made me more confused because all of you you look all the same.
Yeah.
Especially customers who don't know. People are like, we have relationships. I'm like, yeah, what about the customers who are new? You don't have a relationship.
And also, when they say that too, what they mean is I see them in the hallway when I'm in their building visiting them. And once in a while I say hi and they say hi back to me and they know my name.
Right. Yeah.
That's what they really mean a lot of the times.
Or they've worked with us a lot of relationships are critical. Like
Yeah.
I've worked with you, got a track record. I know what to expect.
Yeah.
I know how you compare to others.
But at the end of the day, it's usually a financially beneficial relationship. It's not true loyalty.
No,
because-
especially today.
Yeah.
The nature of relationships is changing. And so what we need to think about is, oh, wait a minute. What about people I don't have a relationship with? Or what about someone who shows up selling to the person I have a relationship with, who adds more value and who does a different thing that they care about more?
Right.
Well, yeah, because if it's a financial relationship, someone shows up at a lower price. Okay, now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, and that's a whole other thing. I just did a whole article about, for contractors especially.
Oh, I love it.
All people care about is lowest price. They just care about low price.
I've spent many years fighting that
Here's
on that
the
hill.
thing, because but here's the thing. Your clients want you to believe that all they care about is lowest price because it's better for them.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it's not the only thing they care about, but they want you to believe that, and all contractors are bought into this. Well, we're just bidding for the job. We got to be lowest price. And for some clients, that is all they care about. Maybe they're not your best clients.
Yeah.
But there's all these other emotional factors and other rational factors, like all the things we know. Is it going to be done on time? What's your track record? What is your staffing? What's my certainty it's actually going to be done the way you said? What's going to be the rework? What's going to be all of your, what do they call it when you have to do work after the bid is done?
So the change orders.
What's your track record on change orders? Who have you done this for? How many times have you done this at this scale? There's all these other factors that throw a wrench into, we're the lowest price, but I don't trust you.
Right.
I don't think that what you're saying is true. Now your lowest price goes out the window, and they're like,
At the end of the day,
who's
the
one?
it bites the person who hired them.
So then the question is this. Okay, you're going to promise me on time and best quality and most certainty. And
It's almost like platitudes.
you're going to, right.
Yeah.
And so we're good at promising. But what we're not good at is finishing the sentence of influence. Here, we're going to be better quality than the other 6 people because.
Yeah.
And your brain, your subconscious, your gut is looking for the ending of the sentence. which is the words that come after the words because. Last time you gave a referral, here's what you said. Oh, you got to go down to this restaurant because. In fact, there's a restaurant right here in Fort Lauderdale I'm going to give you a recommendation for. I've not even been to it yet, but I've been to their version in New York City. I can give you their because.
Yeah.
So, okay, now you probably want to know what it is, right? And everyone on the podcast wants to know, well, what is it? So in New York City, there's a trend where, think about the business model of a restaurant. There's only a few factors you have. You got seats, you got prices, you got customers, you got time. People never think about the time factor of a restaurant.
Like the churn?
Yeah. There's a sushi restaurant in New York City called Sushi by Boo, where you know how much time you get in the seat? You get 30 minutes. You sit down, you get 30 minutes to get out of the seat. You'll get 12 pieces of sushi in 30 minutes served directly to you. There's 8 seats in the restaurant.
And you know that going in. A lot of,
Well, you got a 30 minute slot. Like that's the whole idea.
That's right.
And so think about their turn. So it's 60, the one here I think is more expensive, but it's $60 in New York City, 8 seats in the entire restaurant.
Wow. 8
seats, but you got to turn them, they turn them every 30 minutes.
Wow.
Right? And the sake is not cheap. It's good. Their stuff is super highest quality. They got 8 seats, they turn them every 30 minutes. Think about that business model. They just took a dimension that no one else, and they work in basement spaces that no one else can rent because they're too small.
Right.
So they got low rent, super high turns, a lot of alcohol, and turns out they're so successful. Now there are several in Florida, and there's one right here in Fort Lauderdale.
You know what else they're doing? They're causing a sense of urgency, like a sense of, belonging. And
But here's my bigger point.
Yeah.
Now you know how to refer them.
Yeah.
Right?
They're hooked.
The reason that we don't get as many referrals as we want in any business is because people don't know what to say on our behalf.
Mm-hmm.
You should go to Sushi by Boo because they've changed the model. It's $60 for 30 minutes, made for you right there in a tiny little place where you're going to get to know everyone while you're there.
Yeah.
Because. What are your becauses for your business?
Yeah.
What is the reason I should buy from you as a contractor? Right? Oh, we're going to be higher quality because your brain is looking for it and wanting it. And if we don't finish the sentence of influence, if we don't give you a because, it sounds like fluff, and I don't trust you, and I don't believe you, and the only thing you got is lowest price.